you guys know I like to train jiu-jitsu, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. Couldn't go 5 minutes. Couldn't go 2 episodes
It's the new
without talking
CrossFit.
about
It's the new
jiu-jitsu.
CrossFit, okay? I just want to tell you about it, right? No, so I was talking with the owner of my gym the other day. So a few months back, I see him just working on the Aerodyne bike, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, oh, I tore my rotator cuff, right? So I was like, is it bad? He's like, it's pretty bad. Surgery level, like the doctor's like, we don't know, how long the recovery is going to be, whatever. I had shoulder surgery on my shoulder. I don't know if you guys know. So I got tore my labrum. Dude, 1 year out before I was even lifting. 6 months PT, like really, really terrible. So I was like, I already know. So I was telling him like, it'll be all right. Probably a year back in, you'll be back in the gym. So I see him a month later, rolling, full force, destroying everybody again. And this is not even a joke, like full force, destroying people, doing like uchimatas, like ripping people, throwing them, all this stuff. So I was like, yo, how did you get back so quick? And he's like, BPC 157.
Say what?
I was gonna say R2D2's cousin.
Yeah, I was with that one. I was like,
R2, whatever, 7.
TCB R2D2.
I was talking to him, so I was like, BPC 157, right? So he shows me the MRI, right? Fully torn, not fully torn rotator cuff, like almost fully torn rotator cuff. And then he shows me the new MRI, completely healed his rotator cuff.
Bro, that's I think that's a HIPAA violation.
No, because he showed you, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just couldn't understand. And he was like, no, dude, he had a wellness guy.
Here we go.
He put me on like this peptide protocol, and he was back on the mats in like a month. I started doing my own research, and I started thinking, I'm not dumb, but what are peptides? I'm Rob, your host for today, joined by a man with so many credentials, he could literally fire and rehire himself. Caesar.
You.
A truly just salt of the earth type of guy. Victor.
How y'all doing?
And a man who's so busy he can't show up to a podcast without a reservation. Chris.
yo, what's up?
So today we're breaking down peptides, and we're going to answer 3 questions. What are they? Why is everyone from your gym and group chat suddenly talking about peptides? And would you actually put this stuff in your body?
Yes.
To all 3.
We're done.
I want all of it.
Do you guys even know, or do you know what a peptide is?
No.
Actually, I do. Let me break it down. It's one part. No, I have no idea.
No, but you've heard of it. You just don't know
I've
what
heard
they
of
are.
it. People I know, they swear by it. They take it. They think that it's making them younger, stronger. They think it's reversing aging. They think it'll fix all of their mental illnesses.
I'm sold then.
Yeah. It's up there with
Rob,
stem
you don't
cells.
have to say anything. Victor, I'm
It's up
sold.
there with stem cells.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. Do you know anybody on peptides? Have you seen any results in your real life?
I've seen no results, but I know people that are on it.
Wait, is it like a steroid?
It's not really a steroid, no, but it kind of, people are using it in a way where it could be. Like, it is enhancing. So there's this guy at my gym, at my work, Jack dude, right? So I was talking to, and he's in his maybe mid-40s.
Do you
so
only talk to Jack dudes?
only Jack dudes?
Yeah.
It's like if someone's not jacked, you're like, that's not really my
I
friend.
kinda stay
I'm
away
not
from
even
him.
going to talk to him.
He only talks to us
Yeah.
on the pod. He never texts me.
No.
I don't know why.
Because you're not jacked.
I only hang out with Jack dudes.
What do you bench? 400.
So he's in like great shape. And I was like, what the fuck? And he won't say, you're not going to ask somebody, hey, are you on steroids or whatever? So I was talking to some of the guys.
No, you follow him into the bathroom. And you're like,
hey, nice watch.
I see.
yeah, nice watch. You're definitely on steroids.
And I was asking some of the guys that know him, and they're like, oh yeah, he's on peptides. He's on like, Wolverine Stack and this, that, and that. I'm like,
how is this possible?
So a peptide is a small chain of amino acids. So amino acids, we know, are the building blocks of protein. So if you link them together, peptides are smaller chains, so anywhere from like 20 to 50. So if you make a full-on chain of peptides, you get a full protein. So these are just like little micro messages. And really the best way to think of it is they're like targeted protein fragments.
So like protein that your body needs for like whey protein?
So the thing is your body creates peptides inside of itself normally. It makes like thousands of them a day, apparently, right? So you're always producing different types of peptides every day. So some of your most critical hormones that you create are that you can't live without are actually peptides. So insulin, growth hormone, oxytocin, glucagon, like things that regulate your blood sugar and cell repair and muscle growth. Those are all peptides.
How would you describe it? Would it be like the lubricant that runs your body or the fuel that runs your body?
Neither. I don't
God
think neither.
damn it.
Neither. No, I don't think.
I'm
it's-
lost.
I don't think that's two good analogies for that.
If we were to break this down into a mechanic kind of analogy, what would you use?
Proteins are just part of the natural process of your body. It's like directions, right?
Okay.
Your body's just sending directions to do stuff all throughout the body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the peptide is just like small little messages that get sent to wherever they need to go.
Exactly. So they're like, the way I was reading them, like peptides are little messengers and they send signals to your cells to tell them what to do. So if you need to create insulin, like your body will release a peptide and then that will tell your body to naturally regulate what it needs to do. So it's not like full-blown instructions on how to build your body. It's like little like text messages on like, hey, let's do this. And then it does that to try to regulate itself.
They're your foreman. They're going to come around.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yo, you guys got to do this.
You guys got to knock this out.
You guys got to
On
knock this
overtime.
out. Yeah. By the end of the day.
Get back to work!
So it's around that we have legal peptides, right? But the thing is if there's messages to rebuild rotator cuffs and there's messages to fix your skin and make it better, people are altering this by basically injecting synthetic peptides and telling the body to do what it naturally does.
So a body isn't naturally going to tell your arm to heal?
If you take like one of these lab grown peptides or messages, right, you're telling your body to amplify the message that the body already sends.
Work harder.
Yes, work harder, fix this, do that. And then it makes little things that will potentially help you. So we'll get into why people are able to potentially regrow their rotator cuff and all the other weird stuff that they do is because it's telling the body to do something. And then the result is healing or anti-aging or, more energy or whatever it is.
Better, stronger, faster.
And for us to get into all the different peptides, I thought we'd play a game. The game is called Get That Peptide. All right, here's how it works. You guys ready? Okay, I give you a peptide name.
Maurice. No?
Umberto.
Not what I'm naming. But yeah, you're going to want 5 milligrams of Maurice and stack it with, I give you the peptide name. These are viral peptides that we're seeing a lot now with like influencers and things that I've been hearing at the gym and all this stuff, right? And then with that, I'll give you 3 possible claims of what it does, right? You tell me of the 3 what it actually is supposed to do. And the person with the most points at the end wins the coveted title of IMDb host of the month.
Wow.
Oh my God.
One rule.
Chris, you ready for this?
Is there,
You
is
have
there
to commit.
Uh-huh.
You have to commit to every answer. There's no flip-flopping. You have to
Yeah,
you have
Chris.
to lock in. Okay.
Why are you looking at me?
Oh, I'm ready.
Chris, can
You're
you
just gonna
tally the
steal-
score?
You're just going to steal Caesar's answers.
Can someone tally
I'm
the
so
score?
ready.
Because I'm running. I'm running point. I'll do it. All right, round 1. Retatrutide.
Ooh.
Retatrutide.
Can I get the country of origin,
Can you
please?
put
That's-
Somalia?
Wait a minute. Don't they play out of Alabama?
Does it help with anxiety, extreme fat loss, or promote better sleep?
That's a sleep one.
I'm gonna do it
Okay,
with
so Victor says sleep.
fat loss.
Chris says fat loss because he's on Anthropic's AI right now looking it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with sleep.
Answer is B, extreme fat loss. Chris, that's 1 point for you. All right, so Retatrutide is a pretty viral one out right now. I got a couple of guys at work that I actually know that are injecting this on the regular.
Injecting it?
Yes. Yeah, and we'll talk about that. Now, Retatrutide is going by the name of Reta right now, and it's all over like influencers. I have a couple of guys at work that are on this on the regular. And it is currently in clinical trials with Eli Lilly, who's the manufacturer. So it's a real pharmaceutical company, real trials, but the way they are saying that this is different is that it's like a triple agonist. So you guys remember from the Wegovy episode, right? It's a GLP-1 agonist. So it kind of like mimics the things that your body is doing. Wegovy and Mounjaro and all those are peptides. Right?
Oh.
So this is a triple agonist. So it's a GLP-1, a GIP, and a glucagon. So it kind of is the way it's
Triple threat,
marketed right
baby.
now is it's marketed as like Ozempic on steroids. So it basically hits all three. So it does like appetite suppression, way better blood sugar control, high calorie burn, and it does it all at once. So people are seeing like extreme weight loss from it rather than like, hey, you could lose 12% of your body weight if you took this for 6 months, like the Wegovy Mounjaro things. This is like extreme fat loss.
Fat people are not monsters.
Round 2, you ready? BPC 157. Okay. Does it burn fat, repair tendons and tissue, or boost testosterone?
B, repair tendons and tissue.
Same here. B.
Testosterone.
I can't believe you'd get this wrong because I literally opened the episode with it repairs tendons and tissue. So that is, answer is B.
Oh, that's not-
You've been
Doesn't
doing this
surprise me.
episode the whole time?
BPC stands for body protection compound. I actually didn't know this. And it's derived naturally from proteins. Like we said, it's actually found in your stomach lining. That's where they find this protein. And so what they believe it does is that it promotes blood vessels growth. So the idea is that if there's more blood vessels, then there's more blood and oxygen getting into those areas. And that is able to what speeds up like the tissue regeneration and the healing. It's not FDA approved for a human version. So, but that's hasn't really stopped anyone right now. And it is the most talked about like recovery peptide on the market right now.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
All right, round 3. GHK-Cu.
Oh, that sounds cute.
Okay.
GHK-Cu.
Of course, now it's Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's Korean. All right, so GHK-Cu.
It's your
Does
your
it-
body's ability to process kimchi. It helps.
I'm very low on that. All right, GHK-Cu. Does it make you taller? Regrow hair? Or helps with tanning?
I'm gonna go with hair.
I'm gonna go with A. Taller.
I'll go with hair too.
Answer is B. Hair regrowth.
I think Victor's on all of these.
Yeah.
I will
That's
be
why
by
he
the end of
knows.
the episode.
We're sending you
No, I
a
got-
the
full
hair one, it's
supply.
all to the
This is
mustache.
sponsored by
I got the first one wrong.
GHK-Cu or GHK copper. It's a copper binding peptide, and what it does is they're saying that it sends signals of like to repair aging tissue. So this is you know how like there's some of the peptides people are trying to like lose weight and get jacked and like look good. This one is a skin rejuvenation. Like it's in there like these glow stacks. It's like a collagen producer. It's supposed to help your skin, and then it also apparently regrows your hair. The tanning one is actually real.
What?
And Yeah, and it's called melanotan. And what it does is it mimics the hormone that
Sounds
triggers
racist.
melanin production, and you can inject it and get tan
For your whole body or just that
for
one
your
area?
whole body. Your whole
Interesting.
body. So the people there, I was looking at pictures of people on melanotan. They look like Jersey Shore tan from just injecting their body.
I think bodybuilders use that, no?
They rub on to get better lighting angles and more
For the
definition.
lighting, yeah.
But this is instead of going to a tan salon, you can inject this and just make your body tan.
I believe.
And then that actually, they realized I think they did a little, people were saying I got increased libido after taking melanotan. So that it might be hitting another type of thing in there.
I believe Kirk Lazarus did this for his role in Tropic Thunder.
I know who I am.
All right. So this is it. This is for the marbles. Round 4. TB 500.
Ooh, 500.
All right. So is this for extreme tendon and tissue repair, raises natural growth hormone, or improves your reaction time?
Tuberculosis 500. I'm going to say reaction time.
I go with B.
I'll go with C.
Extreme tendon and tissue repair.
That's A, right?
That is A. So no one picked.
Wah,
So we have a
wah,
tie.
wah.
We have a tie.
Yay! 5th round.
What do we get
So-
for ties?
Nothing. You
No.
both get fired.
You're fired.
TB 500 is derived from the protein thymosin beta 4, TB, and it promotes formation of new blood vessels, accelerates tissue repair, improves mobility, and it also improves injured areas, is what they're claiming. On its own, it's very powerful, but what I've started noticing when I was talking to some of the guys at work, TB 500 is very commonly stacked with BPC 157. And together, that is actually called the Wolverine Stack because it kicks up growth hormone. It does all these things, and then it also rebuilds you. So as guys who are in the gym or training or whatever, if they just get beat up, they're just healing incredibly quick. So when I was asking that one guy, what are you doing? He's on the Wolverine Stack, and this is TB 500 and BPC 157.
Wait, does that mean you can? It's like a Pringles. You can mix flavors, and then you can get.
Whoa, why are you mixing flavors with Pringles?
You never heard those before?
It's just one.
No, you can't mix
it's one
it and
flavor
then-
in one
because-
I
box.
would not recommend.
It's a Korean
mixing
thing.
Pringles.
Oh, okay, fine.
How do you eat
not recommend.
Pringles? There's only one flavor in one container. You're buying
How do you
multiple
mix it?
containers and then mixing them together?
The first thing with Pringles, though, is you can't take all of them out of the can at once.
Once you
have
pop,
to
the fun
constantly
don't stop.
shove your hand inside of there.
Yeah, I'm waiting for an answer, Chris. You need to explain yourself.
No,
Wait,
really.
so you
never,
pour them all in a bowl?
Yeah.
No, you just you eat different flavors, right? So you just grab one and the other one, and then you mix it, and you eat it
So you
together.
buy
and you get it.
two different boxes.
Yeah.
Chris gets the mini stack,
Pops
it, and then he does the mixing. Problem solved.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Try to help you, Chris.
That ain't right.
Right now, from what I was seeing and what people are claiming and when guys at work and at the gym and whatever, a lot of these peptides are not just taken by themselves. People are stacking them and putting them together, and then they have these really cool nicknames like the Wolverine Stack, right? The GHK-Cu, the one that regrows your hair. People will do what's called a glow stack, right? So it helps with your skin and collagen. So it's like GHK-Cu, CJC 1295, ipamorelin, and this is like a skin rejuvenation anti-aging stack. Then you have a shred stack, which is like Reta and Motzi. And basically people are taking these products that they don't know what they do or the harmful effects of them, and they're just putting them together and they're getting results.
What's the Professor X stack? Is it the one that makes you paralyzed from the waist down? But you can read
and then
minds?
lose your hair.
you start having those beats.
That's the 11 stack.
That's the Stranger
11
Things stack.
That's the
Yeah.
Stranger Things stack.
Yeah,
You go to the
ST
upside
5.1.
down, but you can move shit with your mind.
But
Yeah.
but you're jacked.
So when you mix, is it like you mix A and B, you get C, or you get A, B, and you get some random like?
No, you mix like A, B, and C together,
You get, like, okay.
and you just
So
get.
but you're
like,
not really creating a new
no,
peptide.
no. So So if you're telling your body, if you're giving your body messages to do things, now you're giving your body multiple messages to do all the things that you want it to do.
All you're telling me is anecdotes, though.
Mm-hmm.
You're not giving
Preach.
You're not giving me any like, hey, listen, this medical group did this control study and found these kind of effects. They found this more effective, this percentage more effective. You're just telling me, oh, this dude took it and he says he's awesome now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
is there any type of like actual medical research on this?
There is no formal research on what happens when you take these on a human trial level. Okay.
What the?
A lot of this is like animal tested, or maybe very like a small group of people. No one really knows what happens if you combine these compounds together and compound these together long term. There's no designed protocol by a doctor. People are basically getting this information from like Reddit or influencers online or guys at the gym.
Looking tough, feeling tough.
There's a guy I know that sells peptides. He has a peptide business. So I was picking his brain. I said, you sell Reta, you sell all these things, right? I said, how do you know what these people have to take? He goes, I just tell them. I go, wait. I was like, so he was giving me an example.
What?
He goes, there was a guy I know from the military and he wanted to lose some weight, right? And he's on, he's been taking like Wegovy and all these things. So he goes, oh, I want to buy 5 milligrams of Wegovy. And he goes, how about we do 2 milligrams for a month? And then we'll kick that up to 3. And then we'll maybe get you at 5 in about 6 months. So I said, how did you come up with that? He goes, I have no idea. He's like, people just need to hear stuff.
Wait.
Yeah, it sounds right though. It sounds right. You don't give him a full dose right away. You might.
I know, but there is
scary.
There is no dosing. We don't know what the dose. We don't even know what this stuff does. But there is no dosing. Where you buy these, people are just selling it to you, and they have to put a label on it that says not for for research purposes only, not for human consumption or not for human use. And that's how they're able to sell these things online. People are buying it and going into Reddit forums and going online and talking to each other and saying, hey, this is what I take. Try this.
What could be happening too is that these, let's say a compound pharmacy is actually creating these things, right? And giving it to somebody with the dosage, the proper dose. Even if it's not tested, even if it's not FDA approved, whatever. As you go down the line, you start losing that consistency. So you start having people saying, oh yeah, just this is what I did, this is what I heard, this is what I heard. But possibly originally at the starting point, you have some sort of dosing requirement and protocol. But as it goes down the line, you just lose all that shit.
So there's one guy at my gym, and he's a personal trainer. So he's a pretty good dude. He's kind of by the book or whatever. So he was talking to some of the guys at the gym, and they were like, "Oh, you got a bum knee. Why don't you take BPC 157?" Right? So I asked them like, "Well, how much do I take?" They were like, just do like 2 milligrams and just do it for." He's like, "Okay, first of all, whatever." So anyway, he takes it. Okay, he takes it. He said that he lost his vision for 3 seconds.
What?
And then he goes, it came back, and he goes, what the fuck happened? He went on Reddit to find out, obviously, why this happened. And they were like, oh, yeah, people have been saying that kind of happens. And when you first...
To that specific one?
He took BPC 157. He said, I lost my vision for 3 seconds. And then it came back, and he goes, I'm never touching this shit again.
Oh, hell no.
But this is the same stuff that his friend took and regrew his fucking rotator cuff.
Of course, because it's different people are different.
I just couldn't believe it. I just
What the
couldn't believe it.
fuck?
Bro, the reason why drugs are the way they are and why they're structured and regimented and is because of this reason. Everybody's different. So you got to get a group of test subjects that can actually be a sample for the population.
This is the list of side effects, right? They don't know who's going to
'Cause
have the side
you
effect,
don't know.
but it can happen.
So most of I think Victor, you were trying to get to it. So most of the peptides that we're getting and seeing and using, BPC, TB500, all this, they're not coming from a pharmacy. They're coming from manufacturers and suppliers overseas, China, India, Eastern Europe, Mexico. I had actually a cousin of mine who told me that he goes to Mexico to get his peptides. And they're produced in these bulk chemical labs, and they're just relabeled, and they put a disclaimer on there for research purposes only, not for human consumption. And boom, now they're able, it's like in a gray area, and they can just sell it online. And there's really no liability right now on them. So there's no FDA oversight. There's no guaranteed sterility. There's no consistent dosing. You don't know if you're injecting, let's say 5 milligrams, there's no way to check.
They all have to be injected?
Most of these are injected. A lot of the ones we talked about today, they're all injected. They are coming out with oral portions of it. So there's like an oral BPC 157, but they're saying that like bioavailability of it, because when it goes into your stomach, your body basically just like knocks out 90% of it.
Because it's probably
Right.
garbage.
And like, so you could go on Amazon right
Filler.
now
Filler.
and you could buy this stuff.
It's all filler.
Yeah.
You could go on
Saline.
Amazon and I could buy BPC 157. So why would I buy the vial right now versus just get this right now, Prime Day? It's coming to my house in 2 days. He's like, you're not going to regrow your tendon with the pill. You have to only inject it. He goes, the pill is for, and this is people just hearsay. This is what they're telling me. The pill is good if you've got like ulcers and you want to kind of like do some stomach, like heal your gut or whatever. But if you want to get like full body, regrowth, you got to inject it. So a lot of the ones today that we talked about, like Melanotan and all these GHK-Coppers and whatever, they're all injectables.
It probably gets through the bloodstream, which is a faster transportation process.
Is that a cereal? Injectables. Take your BBC 157 every morning.
What the hell are you talking about?
Like, do you get addicted? Like, is it something that once you start, you can't?
Mentally?
I think mentally, yeah. I actually asked him, I said, are these like addictive? He goes, you just kind of get used to the results. And, if you get off of them, like you remember how we talked about with Wegovy or Ozempic, like when you get off of it, you tend to go right back. So what people will do is like they'll up their milligrams because all of a sudden they lost 10 pounds, in a few weeks. Now they want to lose 15 pounds and look better. So you might be getting, from what I was talking to these guys, you get addicted to the results. If you're getting bigger and stronger and your knee doesn't hurt anymore.
Right.
It's like a guy who takes steroids, right? It helps, but then after a while, like if you're not juicing as much as you are, things are gonna drop, right? And then mentally, you're like, oh shit. Then that trips you up, and then you got to get back on it. Now, with some steroids, it causes long-term effects that we know of, right? Especially testosterone, right? Once you start doing stuff like that, your body kind of atrophies, and then you have to stay on it. What have you heard about these peptides in terms of any long-term effects? If anybody's talking about it, like, yo, I have to stay on it now. I went to the doctor. He told me that my numbers are all messed up, so I got to do this now.
Like as far as the growth hormone and testosterone, I didn't get any information about that because when I was asking one of the the guys who sells it, and I was specifically talking to him about Reta and it, weight loss and all this stuff, he said you have to stay on it. You have to stay on it. You stop it a lot, you kind of go right back to normal. And he the way he said it to me, he's like, it's great. He's like, I have a business for life. Because as soon as he gets people on it, they're not getting off.
It sells itself.
I saw this reel with Jeremy Renner, and he was talking about getting in shape, and he was like all over. He was like, "Oh, I take MOTS-C peptide, I take Reta, I was taking like all these things he was taking," and like I was like, "Well, what the hell is MOTS-C?" So because I didn't know about that one, and it like stimulates the mitochondria in your cells and makes it as if you had just worked out. So you're like burning like energy, like super efficient, like you're leaning out, you have tons of energy, your body has like your cells have so much more energy. So then he's crushing it in workouts, he's recovering better. Like I was like, oh shit. So just completely like amplifying their body.
Because realistically, the body was designed to kind of fix itself, right? So a lot of the times, medicine not only affects what you're trying to do, but also has these side effects. So these things have to have the same things, right? So let's say you do want to regrow or increase your ligaments. Well, then most likely the surrounding areas, surrounding cells, surrounding cell structures or organs are going to also uptake this stuff. And the same thing's going to happen.
So I guess what I'm looking at here, so doctors can't prescribe peptides unless they're FDA approved. So they can prescribe FDA approved peptides. But these viral ones that we went over today, they're not FDA approved. So what they're saying is you can't get a subscription for it, but you can, some of these like compounding companies that we talked about with Wegovy and all them and semaglutides and GLP-1 agonists, they're able to put them together. There's like off-label prescriptions, telehealth networks, and those are like a fine line between like regulation and doctor prescription. So you can't just go to the website or go to CVS to pick it up, but they will offer them at wellness compounding places if they're under like a doctor's supervision. So I think what RFK wants to do is push some of these BPC 157s, TB 500s up to that level where they can be compounded by not pharmacies, but like these wellness clinics. Because that's his stance on it. Right. It's not making it FDA approved.
Isn't he on some?
He looks great.
Didn't
you see that video? He was doing a workout video with Kid Rock
in jeans.
Yeah, he's a never nude, which is kind of weird.
Looks great.
That you can never be nude.
He also swims in sewage, so.
So what does it actually cost? 80 to 150 milligrams, like dollars for a 5 milligram vial. So if you're taking a full 8-week cycle, it could cost you in the hundreds of dollars. And that's if you're taking just one peptide. So if you're stacking them and you're doing like an 8-week cycle of it, I mean, you're shelling out maybe a couple $1,000 depending on what you're taking.
What's the price to look good?
I think they were, when I was going online, they said that some of the like premium longevity clinics, the ones who are putting these together, these wellness clinics, they'll just charge you like maybe $800 a month or $1,000 a month, and you come in and they just knock you up with a bunch of these supervised protocols. So you can get like growth hormone stacks or skin rejuvenation stacks. But you could buy it on your own and dose it yourself much cheaper, or you can go to these non-FDA approved compounding clinics and they kind of just work it all out for you.
How am I looking, Dr. Spaceman?
So you guys optimizing?
I'm thinking about doing it. I'll do a control study.
Do a control study.
I mean, everyone's doing one right now and they're putting it on Instagram. Listen, we are our own lawyers. We are our own like war analysts. So why can't I just be my own, pharmacist? This is rugged American individualism. I'm going to do it myself. Move aside. All right. I know. Keep your
these
degrees.
People aren't doing it themselves. They're on Reddit. They're going for consensus. They're going on consensus.
They want someone to tell them that it's fine.
They want the results. The coach with the rotator cuff. Other than what he told you he was taking, those peptides, what else was he taking?
He did do physical therapy. Yeah, just in the month frame where he was on the protocol, he was doing physical therapy. He was stretching it. So like when I blew out my shoulder, it was 6 to 8 months of PT, and a year I was back in the gym lifting.
He said that he showed you the after
the MRI.
MRI as well.
Yeah. I mean, he could have showed me a picture of a fucking star galaxy. I don't know how to read an MRI, but from what I saw,
and neither did he.
Yeah. Is that your shoulder? Or what is that?
What is that?
It's a dolphin.
And the dolphin is a full dolphin now.
It's a full dolphin.
Dolphins.
It's crazy because I could just go up right now and say, I just took 10 milliliters of milligrams of blah, blah, blah. And some schmuck from, I don't know, in the other side of the country could be like, oh, look, this guy said he took 10 millimeter and then it was good, right?
But that's what's been happening with a lot of those health influencers. What they were doing is that they were promoting this healthy lifestyle, this different type of lifestyle. But in the back end, they were actually juicing. They were on roids. A lot of them
and
are. Even the young ones.
This lifestyle is being like marketed as biohacking.
My whole thing is that people flipped a shit. People went absolutely insane.
I know where this is going.
Over mRNA vaccines, of how dangerous they were, how they weren't effective, how they were fucking killing people. And they were FDA approved, and that shit's been around. That technology's been around for since the fucking 60s. Now peptides comes on the scene, and people are just fucking injecting it into their bodies with zero oversight, with zero evidence of anything.
Well, it's a small population now, because what Rob's talking about are the people that are in it, either working now.
If you have
influencers
few peddling it, it's much bigger than you think it is.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge.
We're talking about, and I just quickly did a Google search, a little Google AI summary. For 2024 to 2025, this industry is approximately a $42 billion industry. And that was the past 2 years.
Peptides or
peptide therapeutics market we're talking by last year around a $42 billion industry, expected to go up to $100 billion by 2034. Wow. So to say that this is just a small population, it's 5 people, no, this is huge.
My thought was when Wegovy and Mounjaro and all these things came out, and it is now just it's easy to get past injecting it into yourself, right? You see all these Row and all these companies that are selling these injectables, and people are okay with injecting things and losing weight. Now when these injectables come out, it's not oh, I'm shooting it into my stomach, right. No, whatever. They're past that. They're okay with that. That was a barrier before, and now it's no longer a barrier.
It's almost it's becoming a norm. Almost.
It's a norm, yeah. Oh, I just hit it. Yeah, okay, I've done it. And then they're selling the pens. The pens. Yeah, I had a lesson. A week ago on how to use it. It was simple as can be.
It's so easy. Even a child can use it.
All right. Well, so what are our key takeaways, Chris?
Maybe if I'm 60 or 70 years old, and if I need a new pair of knees, maybe I'll try it at that point in my life. But now we're, it's first of all, you don't even know what it is. Second, with all there's no test behind, there's no science behind it, there's nothing backing it up. So at this point, I think I'll pass. But it sounds pretty cool though. But other than that,
Caesar?
I'm always thinking about the side effects of things, right? Especially stuff like this, where we don't really have the data or the human trials to figure out what the hell is going on. And a lot of this stuff, not only if it's going to work on one part of the body, it's going to work on systemically. So what harmful effects are these people kind of welcoming or opening themselves up to that they don't know about, right? Yes, it could be healing one part of the body, but it could also be maybe potentially creating hormone imbalances, or even potentially thinking about cancers. Like that's some stuff. That's some crazy stuff for you to like not think about for vanity, right? Yeah, I think that's my biggest takeaway. Like a lot of people complain and bitch about wearing masks, and then when stuff like this comes, they easily accept it. It's crazy. When we have years and years and years and years of research on other parts, and people were like, no, that can't be true. But when something comes out that they want it to work, they need it to work, then it doesn't matter about efficacy, it doesn't matter about research, it doesn't matter. It's what I want, and I know it's gonna work. So, would I inject myself? Probably not. If let's say the FDA comes out, there's human testing on it, all the knowledge, I probably still won't do it.
Victor?
Listen, I'm unfortunately not sold on peptides, and I don't see any reason to, without any type of testing, to start putting this shit in my body and becoming my own little test subject. I just don't. It's not going to happen. I want proper instructions. I want a clear set of like, listen, these are the side effects that may or may not happen. You know, it's 90% chance that these won't happen, but there's this, something that these will happen. I want numbers. I want directions. And in terms of like these coming to a wellness center near me, this past year, in this new world of health oversight, where we saw the biggest measles outbreak in fucking years, I don't trust anything that comes out from our current government health system.
All right, and thank you for that V for Vendetta. No, that's good.
Natalie Portman's in my basement right now.
Like, what if this peptide is your last resort? Like, this is like the only thing will fix you.
I doubt it, but yeah, I mean, if it's my last resort, but then if cocaine's my last, the only thing that'll fix me, I'll do it. Like, what are you talking about?
Fun fact, cocaine's always the first resort.
Yeah, right? If someone comes up to me and they're like, dude, you have to do heroin, it's the only way you'll live. And then I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do fucking heroin. Like, if it's that or death, yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what do I got to lose?
Yeah, what do you have to lose at that point? But if it's like a Tuesday...
You guys want to...
You want to get jacked?
I've been trying to. I was thinking about that.
Rob's on the podcast stack. A lot of sitting down, a lot of talking.
He doesn't know if it's peptides or fentanyl, but he's taking it.
Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube at I'm Not Dumb But Podcast. And before you go, hit subscribe because you'll feel better. Trust me. Until next time, stay curious.
Deuces.
Later.